So for a while, people have been wanting me to put out tutorials for all the bodyweight strength training I do. So I'm going to be putting out these videos as often as I can until I've covered all the strength skills that I have and how to achieve them. And so today we're going to start out with handstand presses and handstand push-ups. So first thing, if you don't have a good handstand, you probably need to go ahead and start working handstands because that's going to help you out a lot in the future when we get into things like planches and stuff. Basically, just work your handstands whenever you have any free time. It shouldn't take too long to be able to hold a decent handstand because it's mostly just a balancing skill. This isn't really going to be a handstand tutorial. I'm sure there's plenty of those on the internet, but I'm going to show you two things that will help you with your handstand and also help you in future skills that we're going to be working on. So the first thing to help you balance your handstand is whenever your body weight is falling forward, we're going to push with our fingers like this. So if I go into a handstand, you should be able to see my hands pushing or my fingers pushing forward. That keeps me from falling forward. Okay, second thing for balancing your handstand is going to be shifting your shoulders forward, and this is also going to help you a lot in the future with planches. So, going to a handstand, whenever my feet start to fall back, I shift my shoulders forward like this, and this will help you balance. It requires a little bit of strength, but as you get more used to it, it'll help you balance your handstands a lot, and it's also going to help you move into planches in the future. The first actual skill we're going to do is handstand press. First we're going to do straddle press. So for your straddle press, you're going to straddle your legs just like this. The wider your straddle is, the easier it's going to be to do a press. You're going to put your hands about shoulder width apart. When you go into the press, you can't press if all your weight's back here. So what you're going to do is you're going to shift your weight slightly forward. So shift your shoulders forward a little bit. And then you're going to start your lift there. You're going to start to push off the ground, lift your legs up into the handstand, just like that. A mistake a lot of people make is that they try to pull their legs up, and so they sit here and they try to lift their butt like this and pull with their back and kick their legs behind them. What we want to do is to press. So you're going to press with your shoulders. So if your hands were down here and you lift them straight up to your head, that's what you're doing in a press. So the same thing when you're here, just like you can lift your shoulders up, that's what you want to do. You want to do that motion against the ground. And your hands can't go anywhere because the ground's in the way, so instead of your arms lifting up to your head, your body lifts up to a handstand. So I go here, press my shoulders forward, and that lifts my body up. Another mistake a lot of people make is they try to cheat and bend their arms. In your presses, you want completely straight arms. If you're bending your arms, it doesn't really count as a handstand press, and you're also cheating yourself on being as strong as possible. So whenever you go, if you're going into your press and you're doing this type of thing, stop doing that. Keep your arms straight, use your shoulders. Press with your shoulders every time. So whenever you first start working your press, it's not going to be perfect the first time. It's going to take building a little bit of strength until you get it. So it's alright in the beginning. If you take like little hops and try to press up, you're probably going to do a whole lot of this when you first start. And you're going to have to keep doing that until you build enough strength to actually start pressing yourself up. You'll probably get to the point where you can like hop and then pull up, and then press up. Ideally what you want it to look like when you actually get it is your feet don't push off at all. You just shift your weight forward and then you just lift. The next progression of your press is going to be your pike press. So, feet together, piked. It's going to work just like a straddle press. It's going to be harder because you have less leverage, but everything else is exactly the same. So your hands here, shift your shoulders forward, toes come off the ground, press. And that's how it works. When you first start working pike presses, it's going to be exactly like your straddle press. There's going to be a whole lot of this going on. Jumping off the ground, pushing up, and falling back down. It's going to feel like you completely started over, except now instead of straddled, you're piked. Just like your straddle press, your pike press is going to get stronger, and eventually you won't have to jump off the ground, and you'll be able to just press all the way up into a pike press. The next thing we're going to go into is handstand push-ups. It's going to be really beneficial to you to have a good handstand so that you're not walking all over the floor and falling all over the place. A lot of people will try to work handstand push-ups against the wall. If you want to do that initially, that's fine. But if you can hold your handstand freestanding, I'd say go ahead and start working freestanding handstand push-ups. Alright, handstand push-up, pretty simple. Just go into your handstand, Straddle is going to be the easiest. With your legs together, it's going to be the hardest. All you're going to do is bend. It's going to be easy if you shift your shoulders slightly forward. So, as you can see, as I go down, I shift slightly forward to help keep my balance. And then as you come up, straighten back up. And that's pretty much all there is to it. In the beginning, you're probably going to go up, lower yourself down a lot, and then not be able to push up and fall over. That's fine. Just keep kicking up into a handstand and then lowering yourself back down until you can push up. So what you're going to do is you're going to kick into your handstand and you're going to lower yourself down as far as possible before you collapse, right? And then once you can lower yourself all the way down, then start trying to push back up. And when you push back up, you'll probably start falling over again. But eventually you'll be able to lower yourself all the way down, push all the way back up. Again, when you straddle, when your legs are apart, straddle, and the wider the straddle, the easier it's going to be. When your feet are together, it's going to be harder. So start out with a straddled handstand push-up, and once you have decent straddled handstand push-ups, you can start putting your legs together to make it harder and doing straight leg handstand push-ups. I've never done a tutorial before, but people keep asking me to do them for strength training. So basically, I'm just going to go through all of the strength skills that I've achieved, show you how I achieved them, and hopefully help you learn how to achieve them also. There's a lot of different ways that you can progress into each one of these skills. I'm just showing you the ways that I did it and the way that I prefer and think is the best way to do it, or the way that I think is the easiest to do it. On this tutorial, I had to cover quite a bit of basic stuff just to get it started. Hopefully I was clear enough about everything. If anyone has questions, just feel free to post a comment and I'll answer you. I tried to cover everything that I could think of. I covered everything that I could think of at the moment. I'll probably end up thinking of more stuff later that I should have put in this video. But hopefully, as I keep doing more of these, it'll get better and easier to understand. Alright, the end.